Hi, so I'm going to talk to you guys about what happened in my life after my outer body experience, after my near death experience. And if you don't know about that, then I'll post a link in the description that gives you the video about what went down with that. But just to let you know, it totally saved me and it totally changed my life. So after that happened, I decided to really fairly give God a try. And I did it slowly though, because it was hard for me to warm up to God, because I still had certain friends and I was still partying more. But eventually I went on this church retreat, and then after the retreat I just basically fell in love, and then I started doing Bible studies more, and I was doing that for 9 months. And then after that I was called to staff that same retreat that made me fall in love. So and put it on for others. But I was also working at the time, and I was kind of a coward, and I was too afraid to ask my boss if he would let me have time off in order to serve on this retreat for the meetings. And I could have asked for it off. It was Tuesday night meetings and I was a waitress, so those aren't really busy nights, and I could have done it, but I don't know what it was. I was scared about standing up for God, and I also made other mistakes. Like I said, I still partied. I still had moments where I struggled with lust too. So I not only that was I scared, but I also didn't want to look like a hypocrite, and I just really regret it, because I know it would have been a really good experience for me, and I know it could have brought a lot, but I know that God can bring redemption out of any bad thing that happens. So after that, I did eventually start serving more. I did eventually start staffing retreats more. I started doing community service more. And by the way, that leads me to for me to say that you can't really say that you have tried Christianity out unless you have put a big concern on serving others. I left Christianity, in my heart. I still went to church every Sunday because my mom made me, but in my heart, I left Christianity and became agnostic because I didn't feel like it was doing anything for me. But being a Christian is about what you can do for others, and that's a whole big thing about where your disposition should come from, is just wanting others to have love. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Another big thing is about having a relationship with God. So God also started calling me to do vlogging and blogging in 2015. But I just got scared too, because this is really personal stuff for me. And he proved himself to me in 2014. So he was patient with me for a while, but eventually it was a pretty strong call, and he basically didn't even let me have any friends, because I just did not want to give in to that, because it's hard for me to talk about this stuff. Once I start, it's not so hard, but it was hard for me at first. And not only he did take away my friends, and not only was it was also hard for me to make friends, because I also struggled with partying, like I said, and just kind of drinking too much. And other people would probably think that I wouldn't drink too much, but in God's eyes, I did. And he made it a strong conviction that I should never drink beyond the point of me being able to drive, whether I'm driving or not. So yeah, that's what happened with that, because that's basically when you can be considered drunk, and God doesn't want us being drunk. That's just the truth. So that's what happened with that. And so I was basically just very lonely within my last semester in college. I was very lonely within my last semester in college, last year 2 semesters when it was happening. And another reason why he secluded me, so I wasn't answering his call. I had a problem with partying. I also kind of had boy problems, where I just had bad flirting habits, and I basically just needed to get away from all guys too. And yeah, so that happened, and I'm really glad it did, because I'm just way more healed now since that. But man, I'm really thankful for all, though, that he secluded me too, because I still needed it. I needed that detachment from partying, and I needed that extra encouragement, that push to share God's word more through like the internet. And I needed to act like a more normal person. I just, yeah, so I had bad flirting habits because, like, if you see my video, like, I just, I was just kind of dating lots of guys and stuff, like, before God really proved himself to me, and that led to a broken heart, and then that led to me wanting to die, and then that led to God proving himself to me. So yeah, that's how that happened. And I know I'm not, like, it's weird that, like, I'm saying it the way I am. It's just like, I know I'm saying this big thing and it probably looks like I'm lying, but I'm not. It's just that God has honestly healed me so, so, so much. So yeah, after my last semester, after college, I became a missionary, and I really liked it. And it wasn't like the kind of missionary work where you like get your hands dirty and feed the homeless, do gardening, fix up houses. It was more like missionary work where you work within ministries, and like I was part of a team that just did a lot of talks and like games and stuff, and I actually really liked it and I wanted to do it again, but God kept that call with me wanting to do vlogging and blogging, and I didn't want to accept it. I thought I wouldn't be good enough. I thought nobody would listen to my stuff. But I realized that it's not about me, and I realized that if it just helps one person, that it will be worth it. So I want to encourage you to never be afraid of God's call for your life, because it's not good to live in regret. It's not like, even if you follow it eventually, like, you missed out on opportunities in which you could have helped people, and and at the same time subsequently like helped yourself. Is that the right word? Whatever, I don't know. But yeah, don't be afraid of God's call for your life. So yeah, that's where I've been.